Appearing together at the Hollywood show were close friends and former Too Close for Comfort castmates Deborah Van Valkenburgh and Lydia Cornell. Chris Mann of Retroality TV spent some time catching up with them.
So, Lydia and Deborah, it's so nice to see you guys. I grew up watching you on Too Close for Comfort. It's really cool to see that you guys have worked together again in the recent past. What brought you guys back together in recent years?
Well, I wrote
Besides being eternally connected.
Oh, we love each other. Are you kidding?
We are sisters forever. You can't get rid of her.
She's my real sister, I feel.
Yeah.
I have a sister I love, but Deborah has always felt like
I adopted myself into them.
molecularly connected.
That's pretty good.
The quantum physics
But
of
this brought us back together.
Yeah.
Fun and games.
Tell me what inspired that and what's the status of that project?
Well, what's inspired it was years ago, something had happened to Deborah and to all the women I know in Hollywood. Getting fired or being sued for not being perfectly skinny. Something happened to and not having, always having to be perfect and thin. It's about the plot to keep us thin and insecure. Then it starts out in Pompeii, and it's a very different kind of movie. It's a conspiracy.
So it's kind of a thriller?
Yeah, but it's a comedy. It's a black comedy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And the short was a total comedy.
We worked together. I wrote this, and I wrote a short, and then Deborah edited it with me, the script. I have never laughed so hard in my life, and I've never enjoyed working with an actress more than Deborah. And we really got to work together this time, as opposed to in the old days. We didn't get to finish fighting.
Yeah.
They would write the plot around Ted's funny stuff, and then they would have a little stuff for us.
For the girls.
We got to fight like you can't believe, and it was so fun.
Lovingly.
I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard.
Would you say that the second time around it felt like we were girls on Too Close for Comfort, we're women now, and this is our show, and we're in control here?
We weren't as mature as we were in the old days. More immature now.
We're celebrating our immaturity now.
Well, I'm
We've earned it.
Jim J. Bullock would approve of that.
I should have brought the picture. Jim pasted his face on my body in a bathing suit shot. It is so funny.
That is
It makes me
great.
laugh. It almost seems like it's a real picture now.
He's got his big jawline and this bikini bod.
You guys have really stayed friends, the three of you, for the last 25
All of us.
years.
Nancy's been so busy, but we've all stayed totally connected.
I know, Lydia, that you had challenges working on the show, being so young and vulnerable in Hollywood, and then with Ted Knight, maybe his temperament. Was that a problem for you, or did you leave Too Close for Comfort?
I think there were challenges. I mean, that was my first TV job, and Ted took his comedy seriously, as well he should, and he wanted the best out of everybody, but I had to adjust to other people's senses of humor. Mine falls into a category I can't quite describe. I'm not sure. It's a little wry, but also it's a little cryptic, and so I had to adjust to a different sense of comedy.
Yeah.
And so it was tricky for me sometimes because they kind of suggested maybe that I was green in the comedy department.
Oh, did they?
But I think it was more that it was a different brand.
Absolutely. What did you learn, Lydia, about being comfortable posing in a bikini and speaking up for yourself? I mean, I know you did a lot of kind of growing up.
A lot of growing up. The show, it was nerve-wracking. I was so nervous. Ted was an icon to me. And I was in love with Jim Bullock, and I had no idea that he might not like girls. I had such a crush on Jim Bullock. So I went to work always nervous. And I remember at one point I kept looking, I was too scared to look Ted in the eyes. So I looked above to his forehead, and he kept standing on his toes to get to my eye line. And it was like, he goes, "What is wrong with her? Shut the filming down." And it was always trouble. I was always in trouble, like a bad kid.
Yeah.
And then Deb and I got in trouble once on the Mark Griffin show. We won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about
That's saving that one.
Well, I know on Three's Company, these actresses were referred to as the girls. And I'm sure you guys were on Too Close, which is kind of, would you find it demeaning? The
I
girls.
remember you were referred to once in episode where we would just kind of be back there chiming in. So.
There was a scene where Ted had my bikini in a wallet, or I had my bikini in my wallet. That's right, Ted. Like, you're not wearing that in public. I liked the idea that it was the contrast of him being a very strict dad, worrying about his kid looking like a slut. Because I'm a mom now with kids in our house who look like hookers and these young girls. And I'm mortified, so I get the dynamic. But Deborah and I, playing off the sex appeal to me was demeaning in retrospect, because now I'm seeing it through a different lens.
Yeah.
It's not, women are
And
always...
it seems to me in retrospect now, looking back, it seems that it was still very innocent compared to today.
We're more innocent. Our show was more innocent.
It was. You didn't know during the production of the show that Jim was gay? Is this something you found out after Too Close for Comfort?
I don't think I was in the show that long.
Well, not that long. I was the only idiot in the dark. I remember
Because you had a crush.
You were just in denial.
I was in denial.
Yeah, that
He made me
kind of
laugh.
For more celebrity news and interviews, go to www.retroality.tv.